Okay, so if you're thinking Snapchat is, just filters and messages that disappear, well, our source for this deep dive suggests there's a whole other side, especially for advertising. Forget the casual stuff for a sec, because this article makes a case that Snapchat ads are, maybe surprisingly, becoming this really powerful channel for marketers, brands, DTC, even affiliates, tapping into that Gen Z millennial crowd, but without, burning through your budget.
Exactly. But here's the thing the article hits on right away. Success isn't just about, like, amazing creative, which is important, obviously. But the source claims, pretty boldly actually, that the #1 reason advertisers fail on Snap, it isn't bad ads. It's picking the wrong campaign objective right at the start, fundamentally.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack this article, Snapchat Campaign Objectives Explained, awareness versus consideration versus conversion. We want to lay out these different objectives clearly, show how they fit with marketing goals, the standard funnel,
Yeah.
look at the specific tactics, the ad formats for each stage, and dig into those details like the cashback offers the source mentions, which sound pretty interesting.
They call them juicy, I think.
Yeah, and the promise is big. Right, get the objective right, maybe double your ROI. Get it wrong.
Poof, ad spend gone. So yeah, let's dive in and get some clarity.
Okay, so let's unpack the structure first. The source says Snapchat organizes these objectives deliberately around that classic marketing funnel. Awareness right at the top, then consideration, then conversion at the bottom.
And what's really key here is why they do that. It's not just neat categories. Snapchat actually maps its ad formats, its targeting, and, crucially, how its algorithm optimizes your campaign directly to each stage. So that choice you make up front, it massively impacts where the money goes and what results the platform tries to get for you.
Gotcha. So let's quickly frame those stages based on the article. Awareness. Top of funnel. Basically, just getting seen. Reach.
Broad reach but relevant.
Consideration. Mid-funnel. This is about getting people to do something more, right? Engage.
Yeah, take an action beyond just viewing.
And conversion. Bottom funnel. That's the sharp end. Driving action that hits the bottom line. Sales, signups, that kind of thing.
Exactly. The money actions.
All right, let's start at the top then. Awareness. According to the article, what's the absolute core goal here?
Purely reach. Well, targeted reach. It's about getting your brand or message in front of as many unique, relevant eyeballs as possible. And the source really highlights this for hitting that younger Gen Z millennial audience who are, super active on Snap.
Okay, so when does the article say this is the objective you definitely want to choose? Like, what situations?
Launching something new is the big one. A total new brand, maybe a new product line, or a big offer you want everyone to know about. Also, if you're entering a new market geographically, or maybe just trying to build buzz before a specific sales push, laying the groundwork.
Makes sense. And the ad formats the source mentions for awareness.
You've got your standard Snap ads, those short videos or images. Query ads, which appear in the Discover feed, give broader visibility. And then filters. Branded filters are pretty unique to Snap, letting users play with your brand in their own content.
Okay, goal, timing, formats, check. Now, best practices. What does the article say makes these awareness ads actually, work?
It's pretty specific. Keep videos short, like really short, 3 to 5 seconds, punchy, one clear message. And a really critical point the source makes is authenticity. It says Snapchatters want real, not polished, content that looks like it belongs there, maybe shot on a phone.
Interesting. So less slick corporate video.
Seems like it. And you still need a call to action, even a simple learn more, pointing somewhere relevant.
And there was a specific pro tip for awareness targeting, right?
Yeah, it connects directly. For awareness, the tip is use broad targeting for cold audiences. Think age, location, maybe some general interests. Don't get super granular at this stage. Trust the algorithm. You're optimizing for reach, and it's good at finding eyeballs within those broader settings.
Okay, moving down. Consideration feels like a shift here from just being seen to getting people to think about you more.
Exactly. It's all about engagement. Getting users to take a specific action that goes beyond just a glance. So visiting your site, downloading an app, maybe watching a longer video, or importantly, giving you their details for lead gen.
So when does the article recommend picking consideration?
Well, if your main goal is app installs, definitely, or trial signups. Also for a specific lead generation campaigns collecting emails for, say, a sauce product or an info product. Or just driving good quality traffic to a particular landing page or maybe a product collection on your website.
And the ad formats for this stage?
App install ads are obvious. Lead gen ads are neat because they keep the user on Snapchat to fill out the form, reducing friction. Collection ads are good here too. They showcase multiple products people can swipe through. And story ads again, but geared towards that swipe-up engagement.
Right. And best practices for consideration. What does the source highlight?
This is where audience segmentation gets more important.
Hmm.
Using custom audiences like retargeting people who visited your site and lookalikes. Lookalikes find new people similar to your existing good customers or visitors.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Yeah. The source also stresses A/B testing. Test your creatives and test the landing pages or app screens they lead to. Use deep links so they land exactly where you intend. And if you're doing lead gen, keep those forms super short and mobile friendly. Critically, you're optimizing now for engagement metrics. Swipe ups, installs, leads, not just reach.
Which brings up a key question, measuring that engagement. The pro tip here sounds vital.
Oh, it is. The pro tip for consideration is you have to use the snap pixel and deep links consistently. It's not just for reporting after the fact. That data tells you what happened after the swipe, which is gold for optimizing the campaign and for building better audiences for the next stage.
All right, makes sense. So finally, bottom of the funnel, conversion. This is where the rubber meets the road, right? Direct results.
Precisely. Conversion objectives are laser focused on driving those valuable bottom line actions. We're talking actual sales, subscriptions, bookings, signing up for a paid tier, maybe in-app purchases, real business outcomes.
So based on the article, when is this the one to choose?
Definitely for things like e-commerce flash sales, promoting specific product launches where the goal is immediate purchase, driving signups for a paid SaaS plan, and crucially, retargeting, hitting users who've already shown interest, visited your site, viewed products, maybe added to cart but haven't bought yet.
And the ad format's designed specifically for driving these conversions.
Dynamic product ads are huge here. They automatically show people products they've already looked at or that the algorithm thinks they'll like based on behavior. Collection ads work here too, as shoppable carousels. And then shoppable AR lenses, that's pretty unique, letting people virtually try on products before buying.
That's cool. Reduces friction, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay, best practices for conversion feels super important. What does the source recommend to actually get those sales?
Retargeting is number one. You absolutely need to use pixel-based custom audiences to hit people who've shown purchase intent. Your optimization goal must be set to conversions, purchase, add to cart, sign up, whatever your main goal is. Creative should be very product-focused, clear benefits, clear value. Urgency can work well here, sale ends soon. And the call to action needs to be crystal clear. Shop now, buy now, subscribe, and definitely test different bid strategies. Things like target cost per acquisition, CPA, or return on ad spend, ROA.
Wait, hang on. You mentioned CPA. If everyone wants sales, why not just jump straight to conversion ads for everyone? Does the source address why that's maybe not a good idea for like a totally cold audience?
Yes, that's a critical distinction the source makes. Trying to run conversion ads to people who've never heard of you is usually, well, really expensive and inefficient. Your CPA, the cost to get that one sale or sign up, is likely to be way too high. Most people just aren't ready to buy the first time they see you.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the pro tip for conversion reinforces this. Focus primarily on warm audiences, people who already know you through your website or past engagement. You can test the lookalike audiences here to try and scale, find new buyers, but you have to watch that CPA like a hawk. And ROAS, return on ad spend, becomes super important too. Are you actually making money?
Okay, so we've got awareness, consideration, conversion. How does the article actually guide someone to pick the right one for their specific campaign?
It lays it out pretty simply, actually. Brand new. Launching something fresh, start with awareness. Build that base. You need app downloads, leads, traffic to specific pages. That's consideration. Drive those specific interactions. Ready to push for sales or signups, especially from warmer audiences. Go for conversion. The core message, again and again, is alignment. Your business goal, where the user is in your funnel, and the Snapchat objective you pick, they absolutely have to match up. Don't mismatch them.
And the targeting options, the article mentioned they're quite robust. What did it list?
Yeah, surprisingly detailed. You have the basics: demographics, age, gender, language, location down to postcode level, interests, behaviors, lifestyles, shopping habits, all sorts. But the real power, according to the source, comes from custom audiences. Uploading your own lists, retargeting site visitors via the Snap Pixel, targeting people who engaged with past ads, and then lookalike audiences, finding new people who look like your best existing customers or converters.
And connecting that back to the objectives.
All right, the pro tip ties it together. Use broader targeting for awareness, cast a wider net initially. But for consideration, and especially for conversion, you really need to lean heavily on that Snap Pixel data, custom audiences, and lookalikes. That's how you find those higher intent users efficiently without wasting budget.
Okay, now this next bit felt like finding a bit of a hidden gem in the article, especially for new advertisers or people wanting to scale. Snapchat's cashback offers. This sounds like a way to stretch your ad budget significantly.
Absolutely. The source calls them juicy, as we said, and explicitly states they're some of the best cashback deals in the social ad space. It's literally Snapchat giving you extra ad credit to spend. Free money for ads, basically.
So tell us about the specific offers the article mentioned.
It detailed two main ones for brand new ad accounts. First, a starter offer. You spend just $50 on ads, and they give you $75 in bonus ad credit.
Wow, more than you spent.
Yeah. And then a premium offer. You spend $350 and you get $375 back in bonus ad credit.
Okay, what are the catches, the conditions?
Key things, the source points out. It's only for new ad accounts. You can only pick one offer per account. You have to hit that spend threshold, the $50 or $350 within 14 days of launching your first ever campaign on that new account. Once you hit it, the bonus credit appears pretty fast, usually within a business day. And then you have 30 days to use up that bonus credit. And maybe the best part, no coupon code needed. The article says it's automatic for eligible new advertisers.
The article really makes the case that using these is, well, a no-brainer. Why?
Right, because it means you get way more data from your initial tests for the same out-of-pocket cost. You can run more split tests, different creatives, audiences, maybe bid strategies. It gives you this valuable runway. You get a chance to figure out what actually works for your business on Snapchat, maybe even start getting results and scaling a bit before digging deeper into your own budget. It just lowers that initial risk and learning cost.
Makes perfect sense. So beyond the objectives in these offers, the article wrapped up with some general expert tips for success. What were the key takeaways there?
Number one, echoed throughout, is testing. Test, test, test. Creatives, audiences, bids. The source emphasizes the audience moves fast, things change, so you need that constant iteration.
Right, stay agile.
Exactly. Mobile-first creative is non-negotiable. Vertical, quick, easy to understand, thumb-friendly CTA. Always use the Snap Pixel. Track everything post-click or post-swipe. And optimize for the metrics that actually matter to your business goal, not just views or clicks. The article also suggests strategically using those intro offers with smart targeting to maximize that initial learning phase. And finally, stay authentic. Users there can sniff out overly corporate or fake-feeling ads pretty quickly, apparently.
Okay, so we've really unpacked this article on Snapchat campaign objectives. We've gone through awareness, consideration, conversion, how they map to the funnel. We've looked at the tactics, the ad formats, the targeting for each stage, and even how those cashback offers can give you a serious initial boost.
It's a clear structure they offer.
And it seems, based on the source, that picking that right objective isn't just a small setting. It's framed as foundational. Get it right, align it with your goal and the user's journey, add smart targeting and testing. That seems to be the path to maximizing results, according to this article.
Yeah, and if you connect it all, the objectives give you the structure, the offers give you some fuel for testing, but that recurring theme of the platform being dynamic, needing constant testing, it suggests success isn't just a one-time setup, it's an ongoing process.
So for you, the listener, hopefully this breakdown gives you a much clearer map for navigating Snapchat ads, making those key initial choices based on what this source recommends. Which kind of leads us with a final thought, building on all this. Given how fast the platform changes and the article's heavy emphasis on constant testing and iteration using data, is ultimate success on Snapchat really about nailing that initial objective choice perfectly? Or is it maybe more about committing to that continuous cycle of testing, learning, adapting, constantly fueled by the data you gather and maybe kickstarted by opportunities like these offers? Something to think about.